Hey everyone, Lucy Shrimpton here, and today I'm going to share with you 5 tips for getting your little children to sleep soundly at night time. Why? Because they need the sleep and you need the sleep. It's absolutely imperative that you get your sleep. Maybe you're a busy mom or a busy parent, you've got so much to juggle as a parent. Maybe you have a career that you're trying to hold down as well, or perhaps you're building your own business. Maybe you're an entrepreneur, maybe you're running your own business as well, and you need your sleep. You need it to be able to function properly in your business or at work. You need it to be able to be a good parent, to be able to show up in your role as a mom, as a wife, as an entrepreneur. Whatever it is that you do, you need your sleep. And your children need their sleep too. It's so important for their development, their immune system. I could go on. But I want to give you 5 tips today to get that in check so the whole family is sleeping soundly. Most kids will have a sleep problem. 1 in 4 will have a sleep problem. But it can be solved with behavioral techniques. It doesn't need to be treated medically. So number 1 is routine. Now that might sound obvious. Oh yeah, I just got a routine in place. It's really amazing how many people don't understand a good routine and why you need one. You can get one in place right from the first few weeks. And a routine needs to be the same steps in the same order every night. So whether that's you take them upstairs and they have a bath, or maybe they just have a wash, do their teeth, or if it's a baby, you just a little baby massage and get them ready for bed. A cuddle with you, maybe their last milk feed of the day, and then they go down into their cot or into bed. That's absolutely fine, that's a routine, but you want to do those same steps in the same order every night. Older kids or even babies, simple bedtime story is a great step in the routine. What will happen is your child will get to know that routine. It creates rhythmicity and they just start to know what's coming next. So toddlers will even start to kind of take you through that routine because they know what's coming next. It winds them down, it prepares them that sleep time is coming, they're in a more settled state and ready to sleep. If that's at a consistent time every night too, then again, you're going to really help set the circadian rhythms, get the body clock going, and it will induce better sleep. The second one I want to give you today is consistency. I'm big with consistency because you need it in every area of life that you want to be successful in. But when it comes to helping your child sleep, you need to be consistent with the rules and with your responses. So whether you're talking about a young baby or a 4 or 5-year-old child or what have you, they need to know where they stand. You can't say you're not allowed to come and sleep in mummy and daddy's bed. And then just at 5 o'clock in the morning when you can't take it anymore, you just go, oh yeah, come into my bed. How are they supposed to know where they stand? It's either allowed or it's not allowed. That's one example, but be consistent in how you respond. Are you going to respond to your child who wakes in the night with a cuddle, a pat, a there, and then leave again? Are you going to respond by going in and sitting with them and stroking them for 5 minutes? Are you going to respond by telling them off that they shouldn't be disturbing you? You've got to be consistent. I wouldn't advise that, by the way, but you've got to be consistent in how you respond so they know where they stand. If they're getting a mixed bag from you, they're going to keep going. Number 3, I could talk about this one for hours, but I'm going to keep it concise for you. Avoid overtiredness. Overtiredness is often the root of all evil when it comes to sleep. And it's actually really counterintuitive. Lots of parents will think, oh, well, if my child's not sleeping well at night, then I'll just make them more tired. I'll skip the nap in the daytime and let them stay up a bit later, and then they'll be in for a good night and they won't disturb me. Big mistake. If you do that, you're more likely to see worse sleep at night. Overtiredness causes more difficulty settling to sleep, so bedtime battles. It causes more disturbed sleep, unsettled sleep, so you're going to see more nighttime wakings. And it also causes early rising, so you're going to get that, wake up call at 5 a.m. If you're seeing that, it's probably overtiredness. So make sure they're getting enough daytime sleep based on their age. Make sure that sleep is happening at the right kind of intervals, so they're not going too long between sleeps and therefore getting overtired. My 4th tip for you today is about self-settling. What is self-settling? Self-settling is an ability to put oneself to sleep. It's slightly different to self-soothing, often gets crossed over with that, but it's an ability to put yourself to sleep. You can do it, I can do it, but we couldn't always do it. It's a learned skill. And people don't realize that. You don't just get it like breathing. It's a learned skill. It needs to be taught. It can be unlearned and it can be relearned. So when should a child be able to self-settle? It's unrealistic to expect to be able to teach a baby under 18 weeks how to self-settle. So you can set some great foundations up when they're little, but if you actually want to teach them that skill, you need to wait until they're over 18 weeks. Set the stage, but then actually teach them once they're over 18 weeks. And it's not too late. If your child's 3, 4, 5, 6 years old, you can still teach them. It's not too late. Obviously, you're going to teach them in a different way depending on their age, the developmental stage, their own personality and temperament type, if there are any other special needs involved. So there's different ways of doing it, but it is something that you do need to do. Now, a common misconception is that to teach a child to self-settle means that you need to put them through some kind of horrible process, like ignoring them or returning them to bed angrily, or I don't know, not going into them and hearing them cry but just not responding and not picking them up. That's not true. That's not what you need to do in order to teach a child to self-settle. You can teach a child to self-settle in a very kind, responsive and happy way, so that you're not ignoring cries, you are responding to your child, and you do know that you are meeting their needs the whole time. You might not always be meeting their wants. I mean, they might want to change teddies every 5 seconds and to demand a bacon sandwich at 11 p.m. You're not going to respond to all the wants and deliver what they demand, but you are going to respond to their needs. You're not going to put your child through any kind of distress or fear in the process. That's what's important to know. So you can actually teach your child the skill of being able to put themselves to sleep gradually and gently and kindly and responsively. And actually, how much nicer is that? And it sees more lasting results, happier children, happier parents, win-win. My fifth and final step for you very quickly is ask for help. Don't feel like you need to suffer through this alone. It's tough. 1 in 4 parents are going through this. So it's not something that's unique to you. Even if you see all your friends and all your baby's little friends all sleep brilliantly and you think, what's wrong with me? What am I doing wrong? Or why is my child different? I'll have seen it before. You can't show me anything I haven't seen before. It's very common. Sleep difficulties are very common. Like I said, 1 in 4, 25% of children are gonna have a problem. You're not alone. Someone has been where you have been. And if you want that help and guidance, ask for it. There's no medal of honor for suffering through this on your own. You're gonna end up more sleep deprived. You're gonna be showing up as not your best self for your child. And why? I mean, some people want to very determined solve the problem themselves, but when you're sleep deprived, you don't have time to get through novels, and definitely don't go Googling it, because whenever you do that, you'll find an answer for and against everything. It's a minefield out there. So get some help, talk to the right person. You'll know if it's the right fit, and somebody will be able to guide you through a tailored and bespoke plan of action that's right for you and your child and your family. So please don't suffer in silence. If you need some help with that, you can always contact us at The Sleep Nanny. We have consultants ready to help you all over the world. So sleepnanny.co.uk if you want to tap into that help right now. So there you go, today 5 steps to help you get your children sleeping soundly all night long, so the whole family can function at their best.